Hi everyone, we're Hillary and Chris, and we invite you to come with us as we travel across Turkey by bike.
It's Turkey. You should come sometime.
How do I look?
Fabulous.
So we biked across Turkey this spring.
Sure did. I had spent some time in Turkey in college, and then I visited a few times since then. And then Chris and I went back in 2019, I think, and we knew we wanted to spend more time there. So this spring, we packed up all of our stuff, and we got on a plane and we headed to Turkey.
We anticipated a bunch of the hurdles that we had to clear to get our bikes to Turkey. We did not anticipate the challenge of navigating an airport designed for pedestrians with ultra-wide bike boxes.
We eventually made it to Istanbul after a couple of nerve-wracking flights. We checked into our airport hotel and put our bikes back together, and luckily there were no missing parts. There was only one extra part, which it turns out was just a part of the floor of the airport. Is it still on your bike?
Yep. And then we eventually got to ride our bikes out through the airport and take a bus into Istanbul proper.
So after we made it out of the parking lot of Decathlon, we got back on some of those beautiful blue bike paths and then wove our way through some small streets of Istanbul, which was, I'm gonna be honest, pretty terrifying for me on my first day of bike touring with a loaded touring bike.
Getting fuel for our camp stove was the only major chore we had to do in Istanbul, other than getting to the ferry that would take us across the Sea of Marmara to Bandırma.
We were trying to get on the ferry to Bandırma. They told us it was canceled. We were trying to figure out how to get a taxi around the Sea of Marmara. And while stressing out trying to figure that out, one of the people at the desk there came over and indicated that the ferry is no longer canceled. So Hillary is sorting that out right now, and hopefully we will be able to get to our hotel in Bandırma.
Eventually we made it to our hotel in Bandırma, which was in an old restored Ottoman building with these beautiful ceilings. And we had a really good Turkish breakfast. And then the next task of the day was to try and catch a bus out of Bandırma to Çanakkale.
On our way to Troy.
Eventually we did make it on the bus and we were able to actually officially start our bike trip.
We planned on camping at 2 or 3 different sites, but instead of campgrounds, they were now hotels that were either in development or fully booked.
Or really expensive.
But we ended up finding a great hotel that was much more our style.
And it was cheaper.
We were off to Troy. We arrived at Troy, where we locked up our bikes, and then we spent the next few hours wandering around and contemplating how old and influential Troy was. What's that building ahead? Praxis.
Hey Chris, where are we?
Alexandria Troas.
So we just went to go find some random ruins of Alexandria Troas and found ourselves in the middle of a field of poppies on a not really road, but we're able to bike it, so it's all good. Now we're off to go find some other ruins. I feel like there's enough houses here, there has to be a store, but whatever. Okay, well, I guess they don't eat food here. We are just making it to the top of a relatively inconsequential climb, but it kind of kicked our butts. And I'm really glad to go down for at least a minute. And then it looks like back up. Hey, I know, let's go into the wind and then up a hill.
Go slow.
No problem. Hang on, let me downshift so I can go down this hill. These roads, so what they are, like crushed rock with just enough concrete, enough cement to hold them together. And then it degrades on the top and they throw giant slabs of
Concrete.
yeah, which doesn't seem to really help that much. Like here is an old repair that used to be a bump down, but now is a bump up. I don't know. I don't need to know. It's not my job to know. Watch the other way too. And another faster car. No, look at the car. I'm gonna go over here. No one do anything crazy. Here we are, rallying up a dirt road to our potential first wild campsite. We got a pretty solid maybe. We can park the bikes here and maybe go see if there's anything else, but it's not a bad spot.
Yeah, we found a better campsite. It's kind of hidden and a little hard to get to, and we hope we can find it again.
All right, everyone. You ready for this? Come with us. Ooh, mushrooms. Where do we go from here? Ah. So we cleared our tent pad of all the pokey things. Only a few minor injuries along the way. And here it is. Here's our first wild campsite in Turkey. I think it'll do.
It's really nice. Also, wait, there was a cuckoo, like a real cuckoo bird, going cuckoo. That's all.